Guys, this is Mark, aka Crisis169, coming to you with another upload. Power of my phone from T-Mobile. I'm here, you're there, get on to it. First, please, if you guys can, like, subscribe, notifications, ring the bell so you know when videos come available. And when I do a live stream or upload, you'll know. You'll be first to know. Welcome to my 181 subscribers. I have gained 4 more subscribers. Thank you all for joining. Plenty of content down below to watch. You can watch a fat guy ramble on. I have a lot of reviews too as well. I'm gonna try to get back in more reviews again when I do buy things that gamers need and use. But I don't. When I do that, side note topic before I get into the topic of the video today, when I do reviews, I do reviews of things that I think you guys might like. Mostly gamer stuff. I'll review a keyboard and mouse. I'll review a headset. I'll review a monitor, graphics cards, processors, RAM, whatever. Um, if I have the packaging, I can show you what it looks like. Most cases, I do and don't. Depends. Like I did a Netgear, at USB, um, internet thumbstick for your computer or laptop, and I did a review on it. I tested it for about 2 weeks, and I did a review on it, and that's down below somewhere around, as well as the headsets. I did the graphics card, 2060 and 3070, the boxes of them. I didn't have charts of frame rates because it varies between games, and also your processor does vary too as well. So there's many things you can do. So when I review things, I try to review things with more of a show and tell type of thing. If I could show it to you, that's easier for me because then you guys see it. You guys have gotten the headsets that I reviewed. A few of you have bought the headsets and liked what you bought, and a few of you said it was good, but I prefer this kind of headset, and that's fine. Like I said, when I review things, you don't have to go out and buy it. If I say go out and buy it, it means I highly like it, but I'm not saying you have to buy it. Your preference will be different. You may like Turtle Beach more than Razer. You might like a Nautica cooler compared to a Corsair, whatever. It depends on who you are. Different strokes for different strokes for different folks. So that's why I always tell people that. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Welcome. This is my video, guys. Today's topic is the PlayStation a network outage and the issues that came from it. And what came from it was that not only that people couldn't play any games, digital games, they could not play their physical disc-based games either. Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man, Days Gone, these games would not run if you did not have an internet connection. Because it needed authentication. It needed to authorize that the game license was paid for and you own that disc to run it. So pretty much making every disc-based game that you have bought for PlayStation and Xbox, mostly for PlayStation now, being no more to just a key code to unlock the game. It's an access code to unlock the game. That right there kind of says it all to me that gaming has gone down the toilet. And I'm gonna do a state of gaming here in March. I do one by every quarter. I try to do one every quarter, every 3 months. Do a state of gaming, and this is gonna be a big topic of my state of gaming. Is that we allowed ourselves to let the companies of Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, supposed to Sony and Microsoft, hoodwink us in believing that we have to have everything online. Joe from Seattle made a good comment. on my, I messaged him on Twitter. He said that the point is people don't understand, how to stand up for themselves. I'm paraphrasing what he said a little bit. And it goes to the point that PlayStation, Sony ponies were fighting him. And I got in some arguments too with some Sony ponies on my ex. They messaged me, well, you don't understand, you're a PC fanboy. How do you care about this? And I made the comment, I had a PlayStation before probably you were even old enough to even walk. I mean, I made the comment to one guy saying, I know I had a PlayStation 1 before you're old enough to walk. So, and that kind of tells me these people don't care about logic. They are the leftist nutcases in the political world that are in the gaming world. They will literally bend over and take whatever PlayStation gives them and not care. Only if they can get that little sweet, nod from Sony. That's all they care about. They don't give a damn about the fact that they're being bent over. They don't care. They don't care because to them, it's like, some admiration that they have to have the admiration from the company. They have to have the company, and you're giving them the pomp and circumstance. We all know, the Xbox, Phil Spencer and his team will fly out fanboys to have breakfast with them. And, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. Microsoft doesn't care. They make, billions of dollars off Windows. But that doesn't help Microsoft with consoles. Same too, it doesn't help Sony to ignore their fan base. When their fan base is asking what happened, people asking what happened to PlayStation Network, why did it go down 24 hours? And here comes the PlayStation Sony Pony Defense Force. Going down the fire pole, getting on a fire truck and racing towards the person in question to threaten to firebomb their house. I've been threatened to have my house firebombed, folks. Okay, by Xbox fanboys. So these fanboys are nuts. Okay, these people are driven by a piece of plastic in lights and clockwork that just sit there and just idolize over a piece of plastic. You thought Sony would be a little more open-minded. Fanboys, open-minded. Yeah, things happen. We need to criticize Sony and find out what happened. No, what they do every other fanboy do. They bend over and take it. Then they get mad at people like myself or Joe from Seattle when we question the way they do this, where they whore themselves out. Then they wonder why people like myself and Joe and a handful of people look at these fanboys like they're a bunch of retards. I'm like, you guys are literally not making any sense anymore. The thing went offline 24 hours, so Sony just gave you a big middle finger. Well, we'll give you a free week of PlayStation Plus. That's not the point. Plus is not the point. The point is that you guys bought for a disc-based game and couldn't play on your damn console because you have a disc-based console. The PS5 Pro, Slim, or the base model, it would not read the disc because it wasn't authenticated by the server because of the license agreement. I remember back in the PS3 days, you install games. You know what? I had no internet one time. I installed, I think it was Killzone 3. Damn game ran without internet. Now, granted, I didn't get the online specs or the online free stuff or whatever came with it until I got the internet back up and download the free perks or whatever. But the base game ran without internet connection. Even more so on the 360. I hate to see what happens if I go home and turn off my unplug my Xbox One X from my internet. See what happens. It probably won't run either. Granted, I don't have any disc-based games, but how about Nintendo? I mean, yes, we're talking about Sony in this video, but we're trusting these companies, servers, hooked in everything. We're trusting them to run it all. We're trusting these companies, the publishers, to hook into our lives, almost like low jacking us into Cyberpunk. We're just taking our thing out there and plugging it into to a little button. We're trusting people to run it, and yet they can't even keep up PlayStation Network online for 24 hours. Then they give us a useless in 1 year, out the other, nonsensical BS excuse, then 5 days of free plus. I'm sorry, folks. I don't agree with that. And Sony Pony, before you call down the fanboy, before you morph into fanboy rangers and call your fanboy Zords to come running and firebomb my house because, I'm saying bad things about your master Sony PlayStation. I think it's time for people to understand that, they need to accept the fact that Sony doesn't give a shit about you. And once you understand that, I've been a PlayStation fan since most of you guys were even born. Most of you guys on my channel were not old enough to understand what a PlayStation was when I was in high school. Okay, so I get it. A lot of these guys here, but a lot of these guys though are probably 30-year-old men, maybe 40-year-old men who are fathers, who are fanboying over a damn console. Fanboying over a fact that their disc-based game would not work, single player, mind you, would not work. Helldivers 2 ran perfectly fine on PC because I played it during the outage. It actually ran a lot better with the PlayStation Network outage because I had no issues, no dropping missions, no going back to the ship, no problems. Since you guys come back, it's a damn freaking free for all. Problems. So made it good it was down for us PC gamers because I had a great time. We still had like 100,000 people playing the game. In 24 hours, that's just PC people playing it. So I'm telling you guys, you guys are being bent over. You guys are being dunced. You guys are being gooped. And you guys are being goofed and duped into believing that you have to have PlayStation Network to play an online single player game. You have to have internet connection to play a game that's single player, disc-based, that you bought in the damn store, got for Christmas or whatever. And you're okay with this. And you're okay with this because you bend over and you open your butt cheeks and you let Sony ram into your brown eye. You don't even bother to ask for any lube or a damn reach around. You just let them just whore you. Then you complain, well, why is everybody so upset with us accepting this? It's because you're accepting you are the bane of game existence. You're creating single-player games now to be required to be played online. Granted, if you bought digitally like I have Spider-Man 2, it never once asked me for authentication. Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Days Gone, or Helldivers 2 during the outage. And I tried all of them, and they all work for me on PC. So I don't know what you Sony ponies are doing. So we're going to warrior fighting. You already lost the war. The battle's over. You lost the war. Just take your arms, throw them down, and walk back to the the work camps and just work away for Master Sony. So that's what you should do, because you don't seem to care about actually wanting to preserve gaming. You want to preserve the right to be a peasant. Then you complain when people like myself and Joe from Seattle and a handful of people question your nonsense and question the stupidity of having to have internet to play a single player disc-based game that you bought for $70, mind you. And they want you, and before you give me the message, well, you have to have internet, don't act like a retard, please. Don't act like a retard on my page, please. Don't act stupid. Don't go, well, you have to have internet to post the videos. I would literally just block you, report you, and say this person's being a retard, and just send it off to YouTube. I would like, this is, I'm like, no, you can't have a response like that. I know somebody out there is gonna find my video, and my 181 subscribers are very normal people, very normal. But you get those people outside of subscribers that come in. Oh my God, PlayStation! I'm gonna make sure I defend PlayStation. If you're a Sony pony and you're on my page and this triggers you, get out, because I don't want you here. But if you're a Sony pony and you can take criticism and you can, yeah, Mark, I understand that, but this is what I think, but it is rough what happened, blah blah blah. Have conversation and you don't make excuses for them, but you want answers too, then you stay on my page, stay on my channel. I have no problem with that. But if you're gonna lose your mind, go nuclear and defend them, get off my channel, because I don't want to have you, because you're wasting everybody's time. When I make videos about this, I don't care about your feelings. When Joe from Seattle makes videos, he doesn't care about your feelings. No, I care about your opinion, and maybe Joe does too, somewhat. Care about your opinion until he finds out you're just a full-blown retard. Then he just says, okay, whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying to be a little more democratic. But when I find out you're just too retarded, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to respond to this. And I just, delete and block and just move on to the next comment. Because obviously, if you guys are going to be stupid like that, I don't need, none of us creators need you guys out here to fan the flames of your fanboyism. I'm not here to fan flames. I'm here trying to figure out why in the world that Sony gave you guys a half-ass, we so sorry, and you guys just bent over and took it without even trying to ask questions. And I think it's just sad to me. Well, this is just one opinion of one fat guy rambling. What do you guys think about this? Have you guys lost PlayStation Network? If you have, comment down below. And if you're a fanboy and you're gonna spew out rhetoric, just move on. But if you actually are a Sony gamer who believes in what myself and Joe from Seattle and a handful of people are talking about the BS that Sony did, without giving you guys any real serious information other than maintenance, then comment down below and have a discussion. Peace out, everybody. See you guys later. Once again, like, subscribe, notification, ring that bell. Peace out.